Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Also, I muted because if I was singing in the chat with them listening to this, you would see the deafen icon pop up next to their name, and I don't know if I can handle that. Like, I would start singing, I would just see the deafen pop up. Oh, but that's crazy. I just got back too.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. yeah. You know how it is. You know how it be.
Why are you saying it like that?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just embodied that personality, and there was no bias for it. I was just like, I'm just gonna go down this, and I'm gonna run with it.
You said it like you were lying.
Depending
like you
on
just
one's
sat in
own
silence the whole
experiences.
time that I muted and Ellie muted, and you just waited until
actually,
we
we
were back
both
to
just
be
sat
like,
in
Yo,
silence.
That's crazy.
We both just sat in silence, staring at your reactive.
Mimi, I don't know if you noticed or
No.
not, but soul reading is banned in my chat, and so you just soul read me so hard there. I'm gonna need you to not do that again.
What's slow reading? Wait, what does that mean?
Soul reading.
Soul
You basically called out exactly what happened. like.
I feel like I know you pretty well. You know? I feel like the bow bit to do there would just be sit there and be like, haha, yeah, I gotta talk to chat too.
And then just sit there and stare at him and be like, so anyways,
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
Oh.
The rewards
no, you
of
got me.
being loved versus the horrifying ordeal of being known.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That shit was deep.
That was
Oh, do you guys
beautiful.
not know this? This is
I
an
No.
old
woke
meme.
up
Oh my
from the
god,
greatest
so
nap
good.
of
It's a
just
meme?
screaming, Let's go.
I think I know it.
So
There you
like,
go.
you know, the premise is like pretty clear, right? That like if you want, you know, the rewards of it being loved, first you must accept that you will have to be seen and known and
gonna find
understood,
you
and that's
gifted a
like
tier 1
horrifying,
sub
right?
to-
And so yeah, that's the people would just basically people would just make like here. This is a good example of one. This is the
let me
mortifying
pull up this
ordeal
for
of
the-
being known. I think that
Oh.
like it really does manifest in streaming, where like people know so much about you, they know all of the most embarrassing things about you, and like because when you're hanging out with chat, it doesn't really feel like you're hanging out with a collection of a billion individuals. It feels like yeah, I'm hanging out with the Codebugs. Like they know a lot of stuff about me. I know some stuff about them. I'm just sharing my
Yeah.
truth. And then like you talk to one of them one-on-one and you're like, wow, I know literally one fact about you. And you know, like
Everything.
everything I've ever done. You know every embarrassing thing I've ever done. You know things my mom doesn't know about me.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah,
so real.
that's 100% true. Like, I still have people, first time chatters that come in and they're like, "Oh, hello, Neanders guy," and I'm like, "How do you know this?
Stop.
What did you like? Where did you come from? How do you know this? Who are you? Why? What the fuck?" Like today, someone came in and was like, "Yo, it's the Neanders guy," and I was like, "What the fuck? That was your first message in my chat. How did you? Where did you see this? Who are you?" But they know. They know all this stuff.
They know
They
everything.
just know.
They know everything.
They
And
know
it's-
Yeah.
everything.
It's terrifying. Yeah, my mom knows that I eat beans in the bathroom. There's other stuff she doesn't know, but like, you know, she knows that. Clipper's doing
don't-
God's work, absolutely. But yeah, no.
Yeah, it's friends. I did tarot card readings. Wolf was like, brought out his tarot cards, and I was like, "Yo, read my fortune." He
Wait,
had to
wait,
keep
with
pulling
Wolf?
over. And, yeah.
Is that why soul
Yeah.
reading is banned? Because you got read to filth.
Yeah, well, I kept getting reverse cards. Like
Bro,
the
how
entire
did I
deck
miss
was
this?
just all reversed. It was pretty rough. You had to keep pulling to get a good one.
Oh
That's so
He would pull
sad.
one, and he would be like, "Oh," and he'd like put it away, and he'd pull another one, and he'd be like, "Oh," because it just kept getting progressively worse until he pulled from the bottom of the deck, and that's when he finally got a good one.
What was it?
It's the good one. Yeah, what is the good one?
What was it again? It was it the Upright Judgment? I think that's what he got. I think that was the last one or something like that. Yeah, Upright Judgment, which was like a period of awakening, transformation, and new beginnings. But all the
Aw,
other
that's
ones were like,
nice.
That is nice.
was like, "You're clouded in your judgment.
Dude,
You need to focus."
Literally every time I ever get any kind of tarot reading, I swear to God, every time it's just like, you have some uncertainty in your life and you're gonna go in a bold new direction. Every single freaking time. And I am autistic. I've never gone in a bold new direction in my freaking life. I don't go in new directions. I go in one direction forever. And I'm always uncertain.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's what I was saying too. I was like, I don't know. I feel like this is just like it could be applied to anything. Because I did like a 3 pool for like my career, and then I did like 1 for love, and then
Ooh,
I
what was
think
that
all
one?
of them were like the love one.
Why
It
am I
was
so gossipy? Jesus Christ.
the love one was it was, you know, it It was a thing. It was like, you
I
know.
feel like the more you're not talking about it, the more suspicious this is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask Wolf. I'm writing to him right now.
What the fuck? It was like you suffered
Wait, I need
heartache.
to know.
It's
Oh.
Yeah.
you've suffered Have you suffered heartache? Is that true?
Well, I mean, I broke up with my girlfriend of like 3 years ago.
Well, like when
not
was
too
that?
long
That was
ago.
wait. I thought that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was, but it still hurts.
Wait, why'd you break up with her then?
Oh, I
Oh, you
did.
don't
She
have to
broke up
say
with
that.
me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was like, I'm going in a new direction in my life. And I said, oh, cool. I can't wait to go with you.
My
And she
life's
was
full
like,
of uncertainty, and I'm going in a new direction.
yeah, I was like, wow, I can't wait to be there by your side. And she was like, yeah, about that. And then a month later, she started dating someone else. So she met.
No!
Oh, you know.
Was his name New Direction?
I don't know, but it sure felt that way.
Oh.
So, you know, there was that. And I was like, okay, well, that's not bad. You know, a heartache. And then I can't remember what the middle one was. It was like, oh, God, what was it? It was like, I think it was like another one of those ones where it was cloudy. Like you're like everything's cloudy for you, or like you don't know what's going on or whatever.
Oh
And then it
my
was
God.
like,
That's a safe
Yeah, and
bet.
the
No
new
one
one was-
ever knows what's going on. Have you ever met someone who
Right?
knew what the frick was going on?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
So I took that one pretty positively. I was like, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, I know, I get it. And then the future one was like, you need to lock the fuck in or you're going to lose everything. It's like, you need to lock in right now because if you don't, it's going to fall apart. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh. I think that was right. I don't know. Wolf can re-clarify. I can't remember what it was. It was
Yeah,
like
Wolf said
few
it
minutes
was
ago.
all bad, and all bad is in all caps. Like poor judgment, loss, dishonesty, emotional immaturity. So many cards in a row is what Wolf says.
Bad cards are there in a tarot deck? Is it like every single one you hit?
I think if they're reversed, I think that means that it's like bad. Like I think if it's upright, it's like normally good, but if it's a reverse of the
Oh.
card, it's like like
Oh,
this
so
is
it's the
the
whole
opposite of that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think that's the case. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. And so he kept getting reverse of those cards, which kept meaning like, ooh, it's the
Dude, I don't know
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
about tarot, but what I do know is that all of those cards look like they mean something bad. Like, they'll pull a card and it'll be like a card and it'll be like stabbed by a guy, and it'll be like, this is actually a good thing. This is actually a positive card. Right? Every single time they'll be like, oh, the skeleton of your mother. Oh, this is actually positive. This means that you're beautiful, right? Like every single
Yeah.
time they pull something that looks like it should be really bad, and then they're like, actually, this is positive. The devil, the freaking
the Hanged Man.
yeah, hanged man, and they're like, this means
Yeah.
change in your life. This means you're going in a bold new direction.
You're letting go. Yeah. And
This
you're like,
means you're
oh,
dumping
I don't
Bo."
know.
This is a stab of kindness. That will happen to you.
Yeah, so I just had that happen a few minutes ago because I was gonna try to find someone to read my fortune, and then Wolf was like, "Why are you going through all these hoots when you could literally just ask me?" And I'm like, "I don't know, Wolf. I didn't know that you read fortunes."
know Wolf
actually."
read fortunes.
So, I mean, he read mine.
I love how he's just like
So-
a matter-of-fact little tech boy. You almost forget that he's so freaking spooky.
Spooky? Is
Oh yeah,
tarot card
Wolf's
spooky?
like hella spooky. Like, I mean, I love him, right? We all know that. We all love Wolf, but
Uh-huh.
he's real spooky, man. Like,
Spooky.
brother, you call yourself a lich. You're gonna be in my chat with, what do you mean spooky? You designed yourself
Oh, yeah.
a phylactery, you freak.
It's a little spooky. Just a little spooky, but
What's
I mean, it's
a
also
little
badass.
spooky?
Joins every
Also-
conversation. Ooh.
He has the
I
book of the
mean-
dead on his wall. I'm gonna shoot him. The fact that he was like, how could you slander me so, Ellie? Frick you, man. Bro made napalm. Frick you.
That is true. That is true. But I feel like
That's
a lot
kind
of
of a
people have
hint.
made napalm.
Crazy. On purpose,
Yeah,
though?
no, by accident, but like, still.
Okay, by accident lessens
Yeah, I
it a
guess
little
that's
bit.
different.
Yeah, yeah. Like if he was like in the basement, he's like, today I'm gonna make napalm. I'd be like, what? You know, but you know.
Napalm is very easy to make by accident. Many people
Wait,
do
many
it, right?
times?
Yeah, I mean, but again, like if you're working with like styrofoam for any reason, if you have styrofoam on your floor, if you just ordered something and there's like styrofoam just around, and then you're working with like any number of solvents, you can wind up with napalm.
Napalm's made with styrofoam?
Well, good thing I
You
hate
certainly
styrofoam.
can make something very napalm-like out of styrofoam, and acetone is like a classic example, but yeah, any number of solvents.
I know how to make meth.
Cool.
The whitest kids you know, they did like a whole song about it. And when I was young, my brother was like, listen to this song. And then I remembered it. And then my mom was like, where the fuck did you hear that? She's like, what are you singing right now in the back of the car? And I was like, it's a song. My brother taught me it.
Oh my
And she was like,
God.
yeah. She was like, what?
Wow.
Chat knows what I'm talking about. Chat knows the bit. Does napalm taste better than the styrofoam? Good question, Bozo.
Wow.
Probably
Chat
not.
really does reflect streamer, huh?
What are you talking about? What?
Dude, I think
I don't
it's
think
really
I've-
appropriate that other VTubers get like banned on Twitch for like showing their hips and stuff, and I'm definitely gonna get banned on Twitch because I said how to make napalm.
I was gonna say you gave them like a recipe.
Yeah, it's two things.
I kind of accidentally led her into that.
I was like, should I say something? But it's also like, you know,
I really don't think anything's gonna fucking happen from that. I'm gonna be
it's
so honest.
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I hope not, but you
It's
never know,
fine.
man.
Nah, there's no way.
Yeah, it was
There's
safety
no
advice
way.
for what not to do. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.